I started writing when our daughter Emily was a baby. That was over 30 years ago in the mid 1980s, or the early 1980s was when she was born, and I wanted to stay at home with her. And she took long afternoon naps, and I wanted to do something fun just for myself, so I started writing during her nap time. And in the mid 1980s, I started writing for this newsletter, Parent and Preschooler. My parents were the ones that were publishing it, but I had a cooking background. I went to the Culinary Institute of America after high school for a year. And so Emily and I used to cook something every month, and I would write about it. And I did that for 12 years. And that got me started writing. And I always had a dream of publishing a picture book. And my first picture book came out in 1993. It's called An ABC Christmas, and it had Bible verses. It had a Christmas theme, and it went through the alphabet talking about the birth of Jesus. After that, it took 6 more years before my next picture book was out, and I have over 60 books out now, but this was where it started. So during those 6 years, though, I didn't stop writing. I got published in some different publications like Rural Missouri Magazine, and I wrote about our church with this article, The Dude Ranch Drive-In, and I had interviewed several people in the church, including Ruth Garrett, and had a lot of fun writing that and learning more about our church history. A few other publications I've written for are Ladybug Magazine and the Nottoway News Leader. I worked for them for 6 years writing feature stories and reporting. I've also been in several American Profile magazine issues. But my real love has always been writing books. And so I have had some success in writing on assignment, where a publisher will tell me the theme, the page number, the word count, and give me certain guidelines. So I've done a number of books for educational publishers that way. This one is called Yoga, Think Like a Scientist. She Digs Rocks is a biography about a geologist. And I've also done several cookbooks. I also have written fiction on assignment where I've given a character or a theme. The most famous character I've written about is Dora the Explorer, the cartoon character. I've written a few books about farm life. My husband Steve grew up on a farm, and so this one is called Down on the Farm. And I've written for a few Korean publishers to help children learn English. And these have either had a word list or very simple language. And for this series, all about Sarah, I wrote 6 books and used our younger daughter's name. In 2011, I started my own publishing company so that I could have a little bit more control over what was published, who the artist was, and the cost, and other things. And so this book I wrote with my daughter Emily, who is now grown up and has twin boys who will be 2 this summer. And so we wrote this book together, and a friend of mine from New York did the illustrations. And it was a lot of fun putting this together, and I'm learning all about marketing and selling books as well. One thing that I really love doing is writing for Christian publishers. This book, God's People and Me, Boz the Bear's Big Book of Bible Fun, has different Bible stories and related activities that I wrote. This was one that I wrote on assignment, and it's over 200 pages, and they only gave me a month to write it. So it's very intense when you're working on assignment with a deadline, but it's also lots of fun. Another book that I wrote is called Active Bible Play, and it has Bible stories, different dramatic play for young children. Currently, I'm working for Children's Ministry Magazine, and I'm writing some finger plays for them. A finger play is an action, a rhyme with actions, and they have bought 9 of my finger plays so far, and I'm looking forward to writing for them some more. One thing I love about writing for Christian publishers is that I get to really study the Bible. I get to really understand or try to understand what's happening so that I can explain it in a simple way to young children. Well, if anyone has any questions about writing or publishing, I'd be happy to talk to you, so please contact me. Thank you.